that's also if sex is just for childbearing. So if you viewed sex just for childbearing, I could see how you'd want a virgin.
Why are men attracted to women with wide hips and big tits?
It's an evolutionary thing.
Why the wide hips? Why do men find that attractive?
To bear children.
Okay. So we find that attractive, but it doesn't necessarily mean that when people have sex for recreation. I'm aware of this, but I'm just trying to I'm trying to understand.
I mean, I don't know how to explain what I'm thinking. It's just it's a big jump from like I want a virgin just because I know I'll be the father of her children.
Well, that's one of the reasons. That's why virginity was and has been valued, is because in the past there weren't DNA tests. So if a woman was sleeping with and I think this is something that women have a hard time empathizing with because it can never ever happen to you biologically. It is one of the biggest L's a guy can take in his life to think you're raising a child that's yours and you find out it's not. Not only are you not raising your son or your daughter, you've just discovered infidelity. Mm-hmm. That is so brutally crushing for men, and it happens. It happens.
That woman has something really wrong with her if she's gonna lie to a guy about that being
There's a lot of that happening.
Well, those women definitely need help because that's not okay. I
okay,
definitely
but
that isn't okay.
Sure,
but I
the
don't
women,
think that's every woman.
It's not every woman, but it's something to be.
It's not every promiscuous woman is gonna lie about the father of her children.
No, but it's not. It's something that is. I'm trying to think of how I can articulate this. You can intellectualize that a woman who's had a high body count, you can intellectualize, hey, maybe she could be loyal. You can intellectualize it, but it doesn't undo the gut knee-jerk reaction to promiscuity.
What's your body count?
I don't reveal that. What's your body count?
Well, I don't reveal that.
Well, I think body count matters. That's why I don't reveal my body count. But
I mean, I'm very happy with my body count, so.
Well, does anyone why?
I mean, I think I have a good body count. I'm not gonna say.
What is it?
Don't say.
Does anyone want to share their body count?
You could guess it, but.
If I guess it, will you tell me?
If you guess it, I'll tell you.
I think it's 4.
Lower.
3. 2. 0. 1. Okay. Congrats, I guess. I mean, cool.
But I'm just saying, why don't you share yours?
Well, I think body count matters. That's why I don't share my body count. So, yeah.
Okay. It's a good conversation.
Okay, so would you like more reasons why body count matters?
No.
Well, I'll give you a few more anyways. Okay, so, and then we're going to finish up with the dating app review. So they've also done studies on this. So the higher your body count, the greater likelihood of divorce. So the more sexual partners you've had, the greater likelihood of divorce, reporting relationship dissatisfaction. That's another reason.
For men and women.
Yeah.
I just wanted to clarify. I didn't know if it was for just women or just men.
I would say it's for both. Although I would say this.
Well, the stats say it's for both men and women.
No, well, in the stats, it's more pronounced in women. It's more pronounced in women.
Interesting.
Okay, let's do the dating app review. Go ahead, pull it up, Eric.
Oh my God.
But men are more likely to cheat statistically.
No, actually, women are more likely to cheat.
It's 20% men and 13% women.
Women are more likely to cheat.
On what stat?
I don't have that ready for me.
I have a stat. 20% men and 13% women. I looked it up.
Okay. I don't have it in front of me, but I want to move on to Tatum's been dying for us to do a dating app review.
I don't really care. It's just getting boring.
This is very repetitive at this point.
Okay, pull it up, Eric. I mean, you guys were the ones asking me about body count.
I think it was just about virginity.
That's what I was mainly
But-
questioning, was the whole double standard thing. But I don't really care if you want a low body
Like,
count. That's
I feel like it's like we can just agree that guys weirdly enough want virgins.
Why is it
Move on.
weird though? Like I don't understand why you have to shame men for their preferences.
I feel
women are far pickier than men are. Women have a laundry list of things that they want in a partner. And the few things that men care about, it's always almost always met with contempt, shaming. Why is it weird for men to want a woman who's not promiscuous? I don't
'Cause I
understand.
don't think women want very
don't-
out there, outlandish things versus when men want certain things.
Women
like-
don't want outlandish things.
Not on
Women are way pickier than men are.
What women are you looking at? I mean, there are some
Women-
women out there, but like I feel like maybe you're talking to the wrong group because like I'm 19 and I don't really want like a top G 2% guy who's like super rich and like I don't know what to tell you because like that's not what I care for. It's like that's very shallow and it's a very shallow mentality and I think it's the same
What is
thing.
shallow?
Looking for someone only based off their status, their like income,
Okay.
what like that's such a shallow way to look at it, and also like only their looks, like that's just shallow in itself.
Isn't that the things that a lot of women go for though?
Well, I was saying I can't speak
Or are
for
you
all
comparing
women,
it?
but like I'm saying I don't go for that, and I know my friends don't go for that.
Don't go for status?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's do the dating app review. Oh,
M.
Hide
Martin
that.
super chatted $50. Here are some stats for you. Of all people who test paternity, 32% are not the fathers. It's such an epidemic that France has made paternity testing illegal. It is the single biggest fear in men.
yeah, like, just to add to that really quick, like, it is one of men's biggest fears. It's one of men's biggest fears to raise a kid that's not yours.
It is one of women's biggest fears to be murdered by a man.
Okay.
So I mean, like,
I don't see
wish
how that's
more-
relevant. I don't see how that's relevant to the body count thing, but
I don't think it's relevant to the body count thing. I'm just saying you can throw these stats at like. I wish that paternity tests were like our biggest
Fear.
fear.
Yeah, it's like a privilege for that to be your biggest fear.
Yeah.
how's that? I don't really follow on that one.
I'm just saying that I think what she's trying to say is that like women have more things to worry about that actually threaten their life than worrying about whether or not they're raising a child who's not theirs. Whereas men saying, like you saying, oh, it's one of their biggest fears is raising a child who's not theirs. She's just trying to be like, well, that's kind of like a privilege to have that fear.
I mean, paternity fraud is more common than being murdered.
Like
more-
or in the world or like in the United States? Because if you look at the whole world, I wouldn't say that's very true.
Paternity fraud is a much more frequent occurrence than. Are you talking about like a man murdering a woman who is his partner?
Or just violence against women.
I mean, I'm not sure why we're going to
even
this,
if
but
30% of children are not
bad
their-
things happen to men, bad things
Okay,
happen to women.
even-
We're speaking about a very
even
specific
if
thing.
the whole 30% of children are not by the right father or whatever, it's still like the promiscuity thing. That's such a big kick in the gut. Men still cheat more than women.
I'm not sure how that's. Oh, okay. Because I said that cheating is a concern when it comes
Yeah.
to body count. I'm not sure if that's true.
Okay, well, I wish.
I've seen-
Should I get
I've
my
seen-
phone out? I mean, we're
I've
not
seen.
allowed to have our phones.
I've seen different stats that say
I've
it's a
seen
small
most-
percentage, but women cheat more than men.
I've seen stats on multiple different things.
Well, I can
saying
tell-
that
okay.
those two numbers, 20% and 13%.
Okay, well, who ends relationships more frequently, men or women?
I don't know the stats.
It's
on
it's
that.
women. 80% of divorces are initiated by women.
Okay.
So I mean, we can.
At least they're like divorcing and breaking up with them instead of cheating. I mean, like that means just there's something wrong with the relationship versus like cheating is a whole different thing.